a little early on the way back, but I don't give a shit. Whoops, pardon me. Did I say that out loud? Hopefully the glare won't be too bad going southbound, but well, close. Around the corner. Hey, Vern. Welcome in, buddy. Run around here and get back on the freeway going southbound. Go. Right. Ooh, our little homeless encampment is gone. Well, that's cool. I timed that right. Get a green light here. We're on the freeway and away we go. And there it is. That wasn't too bad. Okay, away we go. Over a lane here. Now we're in business. Hey, NDR. Thanks for stopping back in. You're driving too? Well, be careful. I have a I have a sophisticated way of doing this, so I don't really have to take my eyes off of anything people chat. I've got a window mount that's on the left side and directly in my field of vision, but not actually blocking. Good morning, Mama Opia. Hi, Share Bear. Thanks for coming back in. I'm just trying to get close in here on the freeway to get going towards home. There we go. Hi, Mona. Thanks for coming by, honey. The smog really doesn't look too bad, so we may get a good picture of the mountain coming up here in a minute. Of course, the best picture comes at the end of the drive for those that have been here before. Well, I appreciate you popping in. I appreciate anybody that takes the time to stop in and say hi. These drives can get pretty boring if you don't have company. At least we don't have bad traffic going this way. It's more just dealing with the normal Looney Tunes that are out on the road. There's a picture of the mountain. Really do. You got to pull out in front of me and slow down. That's nice. Hi, Lee. Thanks for dropping back in, bud. Now the guy's beat up. All right, we'll move back over. Cool. A new train layout. That'll be cool. Nice little speed trap there. He's obviously got somebody. It ain't me. Yep. Definitely got somebody behind me though. Yeah, there's another good view of the mountain. 14,407. Well, that's something new. We just had a little pop-up window that came up and said, add a sticker, it'll make people laugh. I'm going to have to try and do a test live and see how that works. And how in-depth is it? Can it be done while driving? Well, there's one that deserved to get caught by the cop. The cop already had one. Excuse me. Truck up ahead, brakes check. Every time he hits the brakes, the back tires lock up. Get over and grab our exit and run over to 167 and continue on our southbound road. Okay, truck moved over. Let's go, guys. All right. Now we're in our exit lane. We're all set up. This is exciting. It's not really, but it pretends to be. Um, okay. Here's around the corner. Merge a couple of lanes over here, and then I can jump in the carpool lane and go again. There we go. Ooh. It appears as though they may have the new carpool lanes actually working. That's kind of cool. Now if they can just get the bridge working, so I can come back the other direction on this. Yeah, they got our double white lines and everything. Yeah, unless it gets worse, Eddie, it ain't gonna happen. Hey, buddy, thanks for dropping back in. Oh, yeah, the one that got. Yeah, that's kind of a cool little feature that they've got now. If you do a live on your phone, YouTube cuts a quick short out of it. Sometimes they're usable, sometimes they're not. Um, I haven't done it with my stuff, but Munchie Mafia, I always run through OpenSplits, which is actually a pretty cool program. It actually cuts out maybe the top 20 usable clips out of a video and rates them as to how well they should do. And then you can go through and look at them all. And if you find some you like, all you gotta do is click it and post it. Um, we, we Healy slowed down this time. Not sure why, but it is still going in the right direction. I wasn't on it any more than normal. I mean, the last couple of times I've had dramatic or negative results, there's been an issue where I've had to be on it. Um, the last bad one was when Dory got off her lead and took off on me. And I ended up chasing her for 45 minutes. Um, but we're still going in the right direction. It's just slowed down a little bit. I'm not sure why. So, still positive, but not as positive as we have been, which is a little bit disheartening. But we're still going in the right direction. So. still good news. Better than a kick in the butt. Wow, that glare is bad. I know you guys don't have it right now, but I'm getting hit from the side with it. And I'm too lazy to move the visor up just to move it back again. Doing chores. Did you make it home, or are you still out running around doing chores? Yeah, they definitely have the new signs working. So we must be all good to go on these on the carpool lanes going downhill. I'll have to look in the rearview mirror as we go by the northbound sign, see if those are lit up too. Ooh, new signs up. Photo violators, $536 fine. Love it. That should clear a lot of the crap out of the carpool lane. Okay, there's a northbound sign. I'll be able to look in the side of the mirror and see if it's lit up too. Yep. Okay, so both sides are open, which means it's open all the way down. Now I just need the bridge to get fixed. Can't quite see if the double white lines are up on the other side. Yeah, they are. How about that? Yep, still running around. Okay. I try and do all my running around on Tuesday. I do the doctor, hit the grocery store. Hey, Karen, welcome back in. Hey, yeah. Um, and I go to the post office on Tuesday because we live in a podunk town and don't get mail delivery. So everybody gets a free P.O. box. And it's the opposite direction. As you come out of our street, you have to go uptown in order to hit the post office. And if I come out of our street to do anything else, I got to go the other direction. So the only time I go up there is Tuesday. Uh, new toll and HOV rules in effect October 20th. Cool. $2 extra fee to do pay by mail if you're a carpool without a sticker. Okay, I suppose, and the state has to mail it to you, so that's what makes it $2. How about that? They put the signs up again. There's another speed trap that's going the other direction. Yeah, they're not supposed to have vehicles over 10,000 gross weight in the carpool lane, and they had signs up for years, and then took them all down, and now I guess they just put them back up again. That's cool because there are lots of gardening trucks that try to run the carpool lane, and legally they shouldn't be. Yeah, at least you get mail. If something happens and I don't get up there on Tuesday, I get complained at by the we call her, it's a female postmaster, so we call her postmistress. Um, she'll complain because she can't fit it all in the PO box because we get so much junk mail. They've still got some of that, not or some of that covered up. I wonder why. Wow, that's the third sign I've seen now that says 10,000 gross weight vehicles not allowed. That's cool. I have it's called a good to go pass, Eddie, and it lets me pay to play in the carpool lane. Um, there are stickers which just charge you every time you drive in it, and then there are flip passes, which is what I have, and that lets me turn on and off the carpool status. So if I've actually got two people in the car, I can change it to say carpool, and then I get charged as if I'm a carpool. And if I have it turned off, then it tells me how much it's going to cost me to run the carpool lane, and I can make a decision based on, oh, check it out. They've opened the inside lane. I can start running 167 again. Or is that, I don't know what that is, but they've done something. The middle lane is closed, so I don't know if that's carpool lane and people are running carpool or if they're both open. Look at that. No, it is the carpool lane. That's awesome. Um, yeah, it's kind of like the toll roads. Um, we have some like that. Um, the Alaska Viaduct Tunnel is a toll road, and the Evergreen Point Floating Bridge is a toll road. where you just get tagged if you go across or through it. Yeah, that's cool. They've closed off only the center lane. Normally it's 3 lanes with the carpool, and they've closed off the inside lane on where the bridge damage is, and the carpool lane and the outside lane is still hot. So that means I can get onto 167 down here and get into the carpool lane, pay the fee, and run the carpool lane all the way up and avoid the traffic. Anyway, it varies. It cost me $1 to run it to come south. Going north, it was up to $15. Um, and I don't know what the extended length of it, how much more it's gonna be. Uh, but time is money, you know, and it's it's worth it to me to save myself an extra hour to spend that $15. You get free road tolls. You have to admit what I said was fun, and you absolutely knew exactly who it was. Is it just the disabled vet, or because you're a vet, or is it both, or disabled? Okay, yeah, that's cool. They're not that cool up here. Washington State's going to squeeze every penny out of you they can. The last governor we finally got rid of was bound and determined to. We've had several governors bring up we have state sales tax, but we don't have a state income tax. And over the years, governors have said, well, we want to do a state income tax, but we're going to get rid of the sales tax. And people bitched, and so it never happened. And the last governor, who was governor for 12 or 14 years, uh, he wanted a sales tax, or wanted a income tax, and to leave the sales tax in place. And he almost got away with it. It's like when they started the lottery in the state, all that money was to go to education. Period. In the story, that's how they got it passed. The money was strictly for the education program in the state, and that lasted exactly 2 years before it got moved into general fund, and a percentage of it got sent to education. And now none of it does. Same game with the when they legalized pot. All the taxes on pot were going to go for education, and that didn't even last a year. When they realized how lucrative it was, it immediately went into the general fund. just ridiculous. Yeah, we're paying for grocery bags too. I do it just because it irritates the hell out of the checkers. Where's your bags? Oh, I just, I'll take bags. You know they're 10 cents a piece. Yeah, I'll take bags. And then you go to other places and they give you bags for free. So what's the big deal? Make me pay for bags and raise the grocery price by three or four times. Not that the sales tax is great. I mean, Jesus, they just raised cities in the city of Seattle. The sales tax was just raised to 11.5, I think. Just ridiculous. I mean, it's cool where we live. Sales tax in Wilkeston is 7.4%, I think, or 7.3. Funny part is there's nothing you can buy there. There aren't any places selling anything. There's a restaurant and a bar. Just kind of ridiculous. At least here the bags are better quality. I guess they figure if they're going to charge you for them, they better be decent quality. There's the mountain. Now that's the view of the mountain. It's actually kind of impressive that we've had some pretty good rainstorms come through in the last couple of weeks, and just that much has completely coated the mountain again. Because end of August it was looking pretty barren up there. There are still some bare spots you can see, but it was a lot worse in August and most of September really. But with the rainstorms we've had come through, maybe 3 inches of rain in the last 2 weeks. Uh, and an inch of rain is a foot of snow. At least here it is. I would assume that that's pretty close to about everywhere, but it's definitely different snow here than it is back east. The snow back east is a lot drier and a lot more powdered, fluffy. You can get snow drifts that pile up big, huge. back east, and we don't get that. We get snowpack. So that view is your grand prize for stand to the end of the line. No, I haven't heard from the pharmacy, so I have to stop there. So I'm just headed for Safeway. Old joke. Little Audrey laughed and laughed. She knew there was no Safeway. Yeah, snowdrifts. Yeah, yeah. I've been in Green Bay, Wisconsin when it was wintertime, and I've seen some pretty crazy snowdrifts there. And with my ex-wife coming from Green Bay, when she first came out here and spent her first winter out here, she was, oh, I know how to drive in the snow. I know how to drive in the snow. Don't worry about it. I can do this. And I get this different snow. It's different snow. Block and a half from the house, she went in a ditch. First words out of her mouth, you know, the snow is different here. It sticks to the road. Yeah, I think I mentioned that. No real damage, not injured, but dumb. Finally figured out what this new building is. It's a Panera Breads. I think I've only been in one of those places once in my life, and then for lunch, and it wasn't very good. Okay, guys, we've come to another end of the drive Tuesday. As I pull into the Safeway parking lot here, I'm going to lose signal, which is going to shut this down. So I will say goodbye to all of you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being in this morning's live too. I love y'all, and I'll see you out there somewhere else on YouTube, I'm sure. Maybe on Simon's tonight. Bye, everybody.